Hello beautiful people, Stephanie here, and today we are looking at a brand new wooden whistle that's come all the way from Dublin in Ireland. This is a Thornton African Blackwood wooden whistle in high D. It comes in this lovely little pouch. They're actually made in Dublin, but this one has come to me from bigwhistle.co.uk. For those of you that don't know, Big Whistle is an online tin whistle and accessories store in the UK. So they have a huge collection of whistles from makers all over the world that they sell from their UK base. So if you are based in the UK like I am, it's really useful to have these whistles already in the country. You get them a lot quicker. Sometimes you don't get so many fees and things from ordering abroad. So it's really useful. It's a great website full of fantastic quality tin whistles and accessories. I've put the link in the description down below if you'd like to go and check it out, because that is where this whistle came from. Now the Thornton whistles, as you can see, come in this nice little black zip pouch. If I open it up, we'll get the whistle out. And I just want to say as well, this is nice sort of velvet lining in here, which is going to protect your whistle. And that's what you want when you have a gorgeous whistle. Now this is currently for sale on the Big Whistle website at £225. Obviously this will change depending on the price of everything else. Everything goes up at the moment, guys. But currently it's £225 on the Big Whistle website. It's made from African Blackwood, or the body is, and the mouthpiece up here is Delrin. And I assume we have some brass fittings on here as well. It's a high D whistle. It is tunable. And it looks fantastic. So I'm going to give you some close-up shots so you can see the craftsmanship on this, and then I'll give it a play. We'll test the back pressure on this whistle, we'll test the overall tuning and the volume, the decibels, and yeah, we'll see exactly how it sounds. So the one thing you might notice about this whistle is it has some grooves along the body here. It's actually indented where the holes are, and this means that your fingers actually have a little well to sit in while you're playing. So if you're one of those people who struggles to find the holes on tin whistle and you can't quite feel them, this could be a really useful whistle for you, because your fingers are naturally, because of these little wells or dips or valleys in the whistle here, are naturally pushed towards the holes. Now this makes ornamentation really easy as well. It doesn't affect anything like that, but it just gives you that added reminder of where the holes are, which I know for some people might be really useful. You can see the rest of the body here is African Blackwood. It's nicely shiny and polished. This body will need a little bit of maintenance, but usually something like linseed oil inside and out the main part of the body, the wooden part of the whistle, usually does the trick. You just need to do this every now and again to make sure the wood stays in top condition. We have a brass ring at the bottom, brass here at the tuning slide, and brass on the top of the mouthpiece. And this mouthpiece section up here above the tuning slide is Delrin. The tuning slide is a nice tight fit, and it's brass here, so it will just need a little grease from time to time to keep it running smoothly, and so you've still got that adjustability there. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but that's mostly in the mouthpiece. The actual body of the whistle is quite lightweight. It feels lovely to touch. It's not slippery at all, which I like, and it really looks something special. So let's hear how it sounds. So a few little observations from what you've just seen and what you've heard. It's pretty well tuned throughout both octaves, and it's quite well balanced, although there is quite a jump in the decibels, the volume, as you get into the highest notes, but that's the case with pretty much every whistle you play. It's quite a loud whistle in general, and it does need a fairly open way of playing. There's no point in being reserved with this whistle. You need to push the air that you have through this whistle to really get the sounds that you want. That being said, it's not that difficult to reach the high notes once you get used to it. Once you acknowledge that you need to put that air in, you're good to go. It's pretty responsive. There's a lot of dynamic range on each note, which means you can push a fair way into the volume and how much air you put into each note before it breaks into the second octave, which is nice. But once you change and you give it that extra push, it really does fly up into those high notes pretty easily. The bell note, or the root note at the bottom, the D, is nice and strong. It's not too quiet, which is great, would probably make a great session whistle. The cross-fingered notes on this are great as well. Let's try a few half holes. Really easy to play half holes on this, and I think that's something to do with the indented fingering, so I really like that. Again, perfect for playing ornamentation. The only thing I find a little odd is the mouthpiece. Now, the mouthpiece on this, although it looks really normal, is actually quite thick front to back. So when you put this in your mouth, there's quite a lot of whistle in there. It kind of goes against the way that I usually play, especially with Lear whistles, because I play those a lot and they're quite narrow at the tip. But this one being a little wider really does make you open your mouth to allow more airflow to come through, and that's what this whistle needs. So it's a great design feature that it forces you to do that. It does change your mouth shape though, so you make more of an O shape around the whistle, which I'm not used to. So it takes a few minutes of getting used to before you can play it properly. It's not the easiest whistle to drop breath back on for slower ornamentation, and perhaps because of those indents, using finger vibrato is a little bit more difficult because you're having to hit the hole on that indent rather than on the curve of the whistle. But I think, again, it's just something that you need to get used to. I've actually filmed a few videos in a row today, so I've been playing this whistle a little bit. I haven't found it clogs very easily at all, which is great news. It took a little bit of warming up, but it has been pretty cold. So I think temperature-wise, it's definitely something that you'd need to warm up, even with the Delrin mouthpiece, to really get it playing nicely in tune and get it sounding its best. But the more you play this, the better it sounds. That sort of woody texture that adds to the tone of the whistle really comes to life after you've been playing for 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm really impressed. I like the sound of this whistle. I like the clarity. It's pretty responsive. It's not one of the cheapest whistles out there. It's £225, so it's definitely a small investment, but it's a quality instrument, and as long as you take care of it, it's going to last you a lifetime. So if you're interested to give this whistle a try, or you'd like to find out more information, head over to bigwhistle.co.uk. As I said, I've linked it in the description down below, and check this out. They are available in other woods as well, so if African Blackwood isn't your favorite type of wood and you're a wood connoisseur when it comes to tin whistle, they do offer a few other options as well. So yeah, check it out. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions or you'd like to know anything else about this whistle, or you can recommend other whistles you'd like me to try out, please do leave those comments in the comments section down below. It's what it's there for. Thank you so much for watching. Happy whistling, and I'll see you folks again soon. Bye.